Welcome in to the Bro Force Squad podcast, where we are just a bunch of bros drinking beer and talking movies. This is episode 272, and I am your host, the mayor, Jeff Hornacek. Thank you guys so much for joining us for the movie discussion tonight. Before we get into it, and it's going to be good, let's go around and meet my fellow bros. We start with the American hero, Nate Thurmond. Nate, what's the more bro thing about the Punisher? The fact that he eats chili straight out of a can, or the fact that he always has a set of 20-pound dumbbells in the back of his murder van?
Man, that's a tough one. I would like to always usually default to murder van, but I think the chili is pretty bro. That sounds like something a frat guy would do, just hanging out at the frat house, just right out of the can.
Yeah, and it's the no beans chili also, because he doesn't want to get bloated when he's going to murder, you know?
No,
Nothing slow.
yeah, murder is still part of it, but I think the more bro thing is just the chili.
Yeah, I agree. Next, we go to our legal counsel, Ronnie Cycli. Ronnie, this is not a hypothetical. This actually is, I'm in the midst of this happening to me. If a group of squid people lock me and my family in my house using a water force field for 5 years, do I still have to make mortgage payments, or is this considered an extenuating circumstance and a violation of the lease?
First of all, this is the third time this has happened to you. So, this is becoming a problem on your end. I don't feel bad for you anymore. But as long as you're in the house...
I think this happens to everybody all the time.
I don't know about 3 times. I was going to say that. But as long as you're in the house, you got to pay the mortgage. If you left the house, they could have squatters' rights, and you might not have to pay anymore. So
I can't leave. There's a fucking water force field trapping me in the house.
That sounds like your problem. And again, that's the law. If you're in the house, it's your house. Pay the mortgage, man. But
you should have
built a trap door or something.
Yeah, I should have.
A big sponge. That would take all the water. That'd be great.
Yeah, I tried. I looked on Amazon. I typed in big sponge, and they only had ones for washing your car, not large enough to soak up an external water force field.
I mean, what if you bought 10,000 of those?
I don't know, man. Amazon's going downhill.
Yeah, it's an Amazon product.
Jeff Bezos is fucking slipping, bro. All right, here on the Bro Force Squad podcast, we start every episode off with the most important thing in any bro's life, and that is chest day. But today, our muscles are just so sore from combating the squid people that trapped us in our house with a water force field that we're going to go straight into our protein shake, our recovery period, which is where we go around and talk about what is in our cup, also known as what have we watched lately. I am interested to see where this goes because I think we all have a lot to choose from, and mine at least is very eclectic. Nate Thurmond, the American hero, let's start with you. What have you seen since we last spoke to you?
Let's just kick it off with one that we've all seen. I think Jeff was the first one to watch it, and then I joined on and slightly followed right after. But I was excited and ready to hear some commentary on this. So watched the drama.
Oh, let's
recently.
Go.
Right, spoilers for the drama. Skip ahead.
Yeah, we can't. Now that all 3 of us watch it, we can't talk about it without giving.
I almost texted you guys my hot takes, but I wanted to wait for this moment because
Really.
Let's go through it. Yeah.
Had any of you seen the trailer of it before you watched it?
Yes.
I honestly don't think I did. I saw just the poster, and I was like, "Yeah, I like both of those actors. For sure, I'll watch it."
That was kind of my appeal too. The trailer though does a really good job of, which rarely trailers do now, of not spoiling it because it teases everything up to the premise, and then you're like, well, what's the fucking thing that Zendaya says that Robert Pattinson is losing his shit over? Mm-hmm. And you kind of think there might be a comedic element to it, and there sort of is, but it got way darker than I thought, and then kind of raises an existential question of what would I do if I were Robert Pattinson?
Yeah, it's one of those. It's a real head scratcher and thinker. And it's done in a way that I don't think even the specific subject matter that beside the point. I don't think I've seen a movie that has done this. It's really put you in a situation where you're thinking huh, I really wonder what I would do in this situation. And yeah, it gets dark. I mean, I think it could be classified as a dark comedy, but like the subject matter, and like we said, spoilers. So like getting into like the school shooting aspect of the whole thing, like it's it's dark. It gets dark fast, and it turns the corner at the midway point and just keeps going.
And then I also felt like it was interesting to see the reaction of their friend couple, like sort of well, they were a couple, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, they were.
Mhm.
Sort of like
Yeah, yeah.
how the girl was like, to say she's appalled, I think is like understating it. And then his friend
Oh
was
yeah.
much more muted in his reaction. I couldn't actually quite tell what his friend like. He was telling Pattinson to not marry her, right?
I thought that was
Well, see,
that scene was her imagining because it went to her like
yeah,
thinking of that.
that was one of
Yeah.
the tough things. Is like they go back and forth, and you start a scene, you'd be like, "Oh shit, this is happening," and then it kind of flash back to something else. And you're like, "Wait, hold on," or was that just a
Their
thought that someone had?
paranoias, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then Pattinson starts crashing out. He like accosts her like handicapped cousin or whatever for I don't even know what the fuck that scene was. He's like cornering her on the
Yeah.
sidewalk. Sorry, Cycle, I cut you off.
Oh no, you're talking about the trailer. So I had seen the trailer, and the first thing I thought of, the trailer did a great job. It's not like you said, not showing much. I had no idea what this film was like halfway through the movie. I was like, I didn't know this was what this movie was about. I was like laughing because I had seen Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson last year in Die My Love, which is a movie about like a newlywed couple, and I was like, okay, like the trailer is like, is Robert Pattinson just in newlywed movies that like he's with the batshit wife or something like that? So it was cool to see that the movie wasn't about that. Um, I don't know where we want to start. From my opinion, I want to kind of go into my hot take and just see what you guys think.
Go for it.
I don't
Sure.
think it was that big of a deal that she was going to do a school shooting. Like, I think it was so overblown by all three. And, like, obviously that's fucked up. She was a teenager who had, like, a traumatic past. And then who she became, like, she didn't do it. And then she became this better
An
person.
advocate for gun
An
rights.
advocate. And I'm like, to me, it's like, who did you become afterwards? And, like, the friends who actually did horrible things, like the girl who like locked a special needs kid in a room and just left him there. Like there was no consequence to actually things that happened. And I'm just sitting going, my wife and I like paused the movie multiple times. I'm like, are they like, yeah, it's a problem. I would definitely be concerned if my wife told me she had planned a school shooting. I'd be like, whoa, what? Talk me through it. But I was just like, is this not like, well, like, I don't know. I was like, is this bad for me to say that I don't think I would have been like that disturbed? I don't know what you guys felt like.
I kind of agree. And also, like, ultimately, something in her made her not do it.
Right. She was a
So
stupid ass teenager.
so her like worst thing she ever quote unquote did was something she didn't actually do. I guess
Yeah.
unless you count the doing it, like thinking of it.
I just it was
Yeah.
it was interesting to me that the people who actually did shit were so judgmental about someone who didn't do anything and then live their life better from it.
What was his friend's thing again? What did he do?
What would he do? He
Her-
oh, fuck.
Oh, he shielded himself
yes.
while his girlfriend was getting attacked by a dog.
by like a dog.
Yeah, he used her girlfriend as a
Yeah.
human
And then
shield.
Pattinson's he like bullied a kid into moving or something, right?
Yeah.
Or
Which is
like
pretty
cyberbullied
traumatic,
him.
dude.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nathan, how
Yeah.
is that too hot of a take for you? Like how would you have felt if your wife told you she had thought about almost planning a school shooting?
It's well, I mean, my specific situation, that would be super weird.
That
would
would be
be-
insane.
Knowing your wife longer than
Insane.
you have, I would find that hilarious. I'd be
Yeah.
like, damn, girl.
But anyway, that's not the point. Oh man, I'll be honest, that is a hot take. I feel like Cycling.
Do you feel like he's so
uh,
close to
and
marrying
it
her
all-
like a week out that he just can't back out?
Yeah, but I think it all for me goes back to, I think it's still kind of a big deal because the catalyst that prevents her from doing it is just because there was another shooting nearby and it kind of took the glory away from it. So
Oh, I forgot
that was all
like one
happen-
of the recent. Yeah.
that was all.
I don't know if it was the
happenstance. Like, if
glory
that
took
shooting
it. She saw how it impacted everybody. She saw the reality of it. I felt
Yeah.
like
really.
she saw people hugging them and like talking about it. Like I felt like she.
I think that's
saw
what
it,
made
like,
her want to do it in the first place, though. Was the impact?
Yeah, I
it
think
would
a
have.
lot of things like that are like just it's so online. It's just like you have this vision, but like then the reality of it is just like it's not this beautiful thing. It's is that like it like really fucks with everybody. I don't know. That's how I took it. I took it as she saw how it impacted people and was like, oh, this is not just like this badass way to get revenge.
I might have to go back and like rewatch that section just to see.
The way that I kind of interpreted like the brief scenes of her basically being like bullied and ostracized at her school with that was the motivation for her to do it, not like, oh, I want to be in the news cycle and this girl or this other school shooting happened, so I have to either wait or like completely change my plans. Because the scenes of her like, I think was she like filming herself with a camcorder in the backyard, like practicing and stuff.
That scene was hilarious, by the way. Like of her like filming herself.
It was very 90s.
I don't know, Nate. I get what you're saying. Like, I think it's also just like who she was in the 15 plus years after the fact, right? Like, it's a really fucked up thing to do, 100%. But it's like if this was a year later or 2 years later, it'd be like one thing. But like, she's been this like person now so long since, right? And like how she's held her standard of living and how she's held herself. I'm like, does that not go further than a 13, 14-year-old or however she was? Well, like, I don't know. To me, it was like, again, it spoke more about like, these people were so judgmental, but didn't even look about what they did was funny. But
yeah,
I don't know.
No,
like,
I mean,
it really interesting.
It makes sense. I think there's definitely merit to what you're saying, because ultimately what changed her into a good person is her being accepted into a group and feeling like she had friendship with those people who were the advocates against gun violence. And so like that was like another thing that pushed her into the right path that she needed. And I think that's kind of, maybe to your point, the overarching theme is she felt like an outsider. What was going to ostracize her ultimately made her change her ways, being included in the group, having friends and things like that. So, I mean, there is something to it, but I mean, I think that's what this movie is all about, is getting people talking about shit.
What do you guys make of... Sorry.
Go ahead.
What do you guys make of the ending is weird because you're just like, these people are so fucked up, and then they end up together at the diner, and like, are we rooting for them as a couple? Like, are they so toxic that it's like, I cannot in good faith put my stamp of approval on you guys, even after making up at this diner? When she does like the little game where they do like the meet cute, like pretend like they don't know each other, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? He just got assaulted at your wedding because he almost hooked up with one of his coworkers. We're just gonna like brush that off and get fries.
That was the give and the take. I almost did a school shooting. You hooked up with a coworker. There we go. We're done. We're even.
Everyone makes mistakes. I actually like the ending, and I'm going to say this: they were toxic, but they were toxic for that last week in that relationship. Everything we had seen about them beforehand seemed a bit like they were a good couple, and to me, it was just like them getting into that diner, going through all that mess, and going like, we were we were a couple outside of what just happened, like all of that mess that just occurred, who we were in the past, and all the mistakes is like, there was something there. They were this peer couple, like what we were shown at least. So like, to me, I kind of liked it they're saying, you know what? We can't let that whole week define us, just like we can't let our mistakes define us. And I kind of I liked the idea that they actually went through and stayed married and just said, we're gonna move past this and fuck our friends or something like that. I don't know.
Don't say that to Pattinson. He might actually do it.
That scene was so awkward.
Yeah, I was weirdly okay with the ending. It I don't know. It felt the way they ended it in just the little diner scene, like it felt nice for some reason. It felt comforting almost, even though the lead up to all that was some fucked up shit.
I kind of agree. Like the inside of my tummy was like, this is good. We like this. But my brain is like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? But where do you go from here? Like, they can't get married again. Like, you can't have a wedding. No one's going to fucking go after the debacle that just happened.
I mean, they got married, right? Like, that was a reception, so they're good.
Oh, they, like, finish it?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you invite your couple friends over next weekend for, like, board game night?
Fuck those friends, though, for real, though. I'm sorry. Like, we all know, like, some fucked up shit about each other. It's like, what? That made me so mad. That girl, like,
she sucked.
Oh, my God, she sucked. Sucks so bad. Like, didn't even try to humanize the situation. Like, I get you'd be disturbed by that, but like, humanize her for a second. Good performances all around though. Like it was it was just a really unique movie. It was just like a movie. It was just like, hey, like you said, Nathan, like just let's ask ourselves questions about a real life situation that could happen.
Man. Yeah. It was super interesting.
Great title too.
Yeah,
It was
the drama, like all like I didn't see the trailer, but like the poster and all the pre-shot stuff, like they're at a wedding. You're like, huh, interesting, okay. But like it was so much more than that.
Yeah.
Can
I mean,
I
yeah,
tell you
it
guys-
might be the best poster of the year.
My favorite scene was when they're meeting with their photographer, and she's like, "And then we're gonna shoot your dad, and then we're gonna shoot your mom, and then we're gonna shoot
Oh
your
my
friend." I was like
Like,
cracking up.
all the subtleties like were so great. Like I don't know. Yeah, it was honestly a really well done movie. Like everything came together so well. Like obviously the performing was great, but yeah, like even like the ancillary characters that were there, like the photographer, and how she played
The
it.
DJ.
And, we'll
DJ
get
was
there on
great.
the day of.
Their
We'll
dance
get there. Yeah.
coach.
Oh yeah, like but that was another symbolic thing. Like, and then you feel bad for Zendaya's character. Like, well, I felt bad for her being judged, but like by her own actions. And then you're like, but then she's so judgmental to her damn DJ who's doing heroin. I'm like, dude, the DJ's just got to hit the button, that play button. Like, who cares if your DJ's on drugs? Like,
she's like, I didn't do that. I don't do that.
They're so like I think the whole point was like they're all judging everybody, everyone. I don't know. Like the DJ thing was hilarious.
No,
like because otherwise, what was the point of that?
And Robert Pattinson just didn't want to hire another DJ, so he's like trying to rationalize it's okay that she's freebasing heroin on the street corner.
You don't have to hang out with her. If there's one person
No.
involved in your wedding that's going to do drugs, let it be the DJ.
Let him do drugs and play some bangers.
Bangers only. This currently,
Yep,
I
good
gave it
stuff.
it sounds like we all are in agreement, but right now this has a Oscar nomination for Best Picture.
Sure.
It'll be interesting how that plays out.
Did you guys do the same thing? Like I think I already said about like we paused it a bunch to talk throughout the movie. I don't know if you guys did that.
Yeah, I think we did.
I watched it without my wife, and she was not pleased.
Ooh, that's criminal.
Oh, sore subject. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeesh, and that's why he's having his 4th divorce in 4 years. So
She was like, "Do you want to watch the drama?" And I mistakenly was like, "Yeah, I'll watch it again." She's like, "What?"
you gotta just go. Yeah, I've been wanting to watch that.
I really would have watched it again though.
Just keep predicting things. She's like, "Oh my god, you're really good."
Even if I'm sure you guys have been there before, but even I'm like, "Yeah, I'll watch it again." She's like, "Well, I don't want to watch it now." I'm like, "Why does me having seen it just completely preclude you from wanting to watch
Ruined it.
Robin Sparkles will want dessert, and she's like, "You want some?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "Well, then I won't have any." I was like, "That makes no sense. If you want dessert, get some."
Right, your body is different from mine. I don't have to want the same thing. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. Anything else on the drama?
Nah, good stuff.
When
Zendaya and Robert Pattinson are so in right now.
Yeah, 3 movies in 1 year. Get a room. All right, Cycling, what have you seen lately?
We'll start. I never ended up seeing this in theaters. It was a Super Mario Galaxy movie, so the sequel, and maybe Banner or Jeff. Have you guys talked about this? I don't know. I might have missed that episode if you guys did or have seen it.
I'm not sure. Brian and I might have briefly talked about it.
I don't know how you felt about it, but man, that kind of sucked. Like like Yoshi was awesome.
And you're the Mario head on that.
I love Yoshi. Yoshi is my boy. And yeah, I love Nintendo. The first movie was fine. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. I'm not like trying to act like these movies should like wow you, right? Like they should just be entertaining. But what's so shocking about this movie is like there was like no dialogue at all. Like every scene was just like, oh, problem, boom, funny, fix, it's fixed like 5 seconds later. And then there's no actual conversation that occurs. Like Yoshi's there and then he's part of the group. And then there's an issue and then and then they have to get like Rosalina and then they build up the Rosalina Peach thing. Peach is passed and nothing comes out of that. Like there's no moment of Rosalina and Peach finding each other again and being like, wow, we're long lost sisters. It was just kind of like they didn't even say a word to each other at the end. So it was again, I'm not acting like the Nintendo Super Mario movie should have been great, but like it was shockingly like they honed it in. They knew they were going to make money. They're just like, let's just put something out there. And it was just not great, like at all.
How long do you think it took Brie Larson to record her dialogue as Rosalina? Like an afternoon?
Day. Yeah, for real.
Brian probably hated it just because he has to hate everything Brie Larson is in and touches.
That is very true.
I was a little bit disappointed initially that they went with Super Mario Galaxy, like straight up as the sequel, just because there's like so many other cool Mario properties that I kind of wanted them to see. Like, they would probably never do it, but like, what if they just did like a Mario golf movie, or like even Mario Kart would
It's a
be cool.
buddy
They
movie,
made it like,
yeah.
yeah. I kind of agree. I'm a little bit removed from seeing it, but it did sort of just feel like it was meant for. It felt like the whole movie I was watching on 1.25x speed.
Really?
There was
everything's
That's interesting.
everything's like a little bit sped up, and you're like, okay, can we? Not that I need like plot development in my Super Mario movie, but like they have to constantly be moving from one set piece to the next.
It's like we talk about a lot of kids movies like we used when we were younger, or even like more recently. It's like you can have serious elements to it. You can have actual, issues or trauma, or like something that like builds up right throughout the film. There was an opportunity there between Baby Bowser and Bowser, like that whole storyline about Bowser, like maybe like either like, hey, learning his mistakes, because like they were alluding to it that he kind of liked Mario and Luigi after a while, and I thought maybe he was going to have some growth. Like, again, I know this sounds stupid for a kids movie, but kids movies do that. Toy Story does that. Pixar does that, right? Like that wouldn't be so much to ask to see actual like development or character from these from these movies. And it just was like, again, like I think Nintendo and Illumination was just like, we can do whatever and people are going to show up because it's a Nintendo. And like even simple things like at the end, like that would have been a prime opportunity for Waluigi and Wario to come in. And like they didn't even do that. Like, come on, give us something.
I know. I cannot believe they didn't even tease Wario. It's like criminal. It's insane. Illumination, based on this new Minions movie, yeah, they need to be put down. They're out of control.
I mean, this movie made $1 billion, so it's like, that it just makes me sad.
Can you argue with that?
Yeah. No, you can't argue with that. But they knew that. It makes me sad because I'm like, look, there's enough there in the Mario, like the Mario world, like that you could make something that's just like half decent. Kids movies can be good. Like you don't have to just give them just like a bunch of like fun characters and zany lines and just explosions and then everything's happy and songs. It's like, yeah, it was just kind of disappointing.
I'm assuming because it made so much money, we are getting a third one, right?
I don't see how they won't.
Okay, well, I'll give them another chance to break my heart. One. Anything else on Mario Galaxy?
No, I'm just glad I didn't pay money in theaters. I do want that Yoshi popcorn bucket though.
Find it on eBay.
Is it the egg?
Yeah, but he's holding the egg.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, there was a fake Birdo one that I saw. You can probably guess what it was shaped as.
Just stick your dick in it.
That's like the joke with all these popcorn buckets. You have to be able to fuck them. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, I think the Dune one was the biggest one.
Yeah, that's right. That's what this one was like based off. Then I think there was like a ridiculous Deadpool and Wolverine one where it's just like literally his mouth. They're like not even. There's no subtlety to it at all.
Bush at all.
Yeah. He would just be blowing you. All right. Speaking of Marvel, I saw Spider-Man: Brand New Day in theaters. The guy next to me when I saw it at the end of the movie, I think he was on a date. He just goes, "I don't like Spider-Man."
What?
Like after the movie ended.
No, not the movie, Spider-Man.
No, like the character. I was like, did you not know he was in this?
Like I didn't really
But he also said it like that. Like he came to that conclusion like 40 minutes in or something, but he had been holding it with inside and was like, I have to tell people this.
How old was this guy?
Probably like 24.
I'm hoping teenager. Okay, no.
He was like young, 20s. I won't spoil anything in it because you guys know I hate when that happens to me, and this has only been out for like 2 weeks. And I don't know if you guys plan on seeing it, but I would recommend it for sure. Obviously, I'm a huge Marvel
Yeah, I'll
head.
see it at some point.
Okay, good. And the jumping off point for this is it was so interesting after No Way Home because the world and his friends don't know who Peter Parker is. So he is basically like a loner now in New York City operating as Spider-Man. And I love the MCU inclusions. We get a ton of Punisher in this. He's not just like a gratuitous cameo. We get a decent amount of Hulk. And there's some really, really emotional beats in this. And they definitely don't forget about Aunt May's death in the last movie. So I was very pleased. And for the future of the MCU, there's also a really big little setup, which is fun.
Does
So
it rank, where does it rank for Spider-Man like movies for you?
Like just the Tom Holland ones, or like all of them?
Yeah, Tom Holland, and then kind of overall.
I would say right behind No Way Home is where I would put this one. I mean, it's very difficult to ever beat when Tobey and Andrew Garfield walk through the portals in that movie.
Yeah.
But this one is probably the most emotional of all of his Spider-Man movies, and there's just some really good performances and a couple fun Marvel characters pop up that I wasn't expecting. So
like
cool.
actually in the movie or like post-credit?
In the movie, yeah.
Okay.
The post-credit scene is not. You don't have to stay for it, which is disappointing because it's the last movie.
Oh,
before
really?
Doomsday, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was pretty let down by that. Yep. And
yeah,
this
I'll
is
see it at some point.
one of Zendaya's 4 movies this year.
Just gonna say because there's still Dune this year.
Yeah. Dune, Odyssey, Brand New Day, and The Drama. And 3 of those she's in with Robert Pattinson. I can confirm Robert Pattinson does not show up in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
But you also said you wouldn't
Spoilers.
spoil anything, so maybe that's a
Damn it.
you're tricking us.
It's red herring.
Oh,
yeah.
That's true.
Trying to
Threw
throw
the
us off.
scent. I'm a sly
Yeah.
dog. All right, Nate, what else you got?
I'll do a quick one. So I recently traveled to Colombia for work, and one of the people there who I work with at a dinner suggested a telenovela for me to watch.
Nice.
I've never watched one, and he said this was the best one. You won't need to watch any other ones, and so I was like, okay, sure, I'll give it a shot. I'll give a little setup. There's 2. What did they call them? It's not series or seasons. He said something else, but there's 2 of these. Basically 2 seasons, but they're each like 50-something episodes.
Jesus Christ.
And so it's a big investment, and they're like 45 minutes each, so it's like normal. But he also said once you watch the first one, you can quit. It's fine. It has a good ending. But La Venganza de Analia. So
Wow.
Analia's Revenge, or the Revenge of Analia is what it's called.
Damn.
And it's the story of a young girl in Colombia whose mother gets killed. She moves away to Mexico and then comes back 30-something years later to get her revenge on the people who wronged her.
Oh, shit.
Love it.
It's honestly pretty good. It's obviously subtitles.
It's like Count of Monte Cristo, but in Colombia.
Yeah. So, it's helping me learn a little Spanish as well. So that's a nice little plus. But yeah, it's actually really good. And I don't know, I'm sure it kind of branches across all types of telenovelas. But this one isn't like the classic like American soap opera, which I kind of thought most of them were. This has more like drama, and it has a clear plot thread and everything. But it's pretty decent. It's on Netflix. Anyone who out there is interested, the American title is Her Mother's Killer. So if
how
you want
far
a good
into it
telenovela-
are you? There is 53 episodes in the first season.
Yeah, I'm like, I think we're like 12 or 13.
Damn.
So like,
Is it
I'm like
subbed
that's a
and
good
dubbed?
chunk in. but it's also not even halfway.
You're not even
through the
close
first
to the first
season.
season. Is it over?
No.
Like, I mean, is it typical soap opera? Like, where is it like very overacted, or is it like actually decent enough to where you're not like
What are
distracted?
you talking about? Soap operas are underacted.
I don't know.
There is some overacting, and there are some classic, like 5 to 10 second like musical little clips that they'll throw
I
in,
love that.
and it's like when people are being like flirty, they'll be like da 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 whatever, or like if someone says like a, it's weird, it's funny, or if someone says like a really vengeful line or something, they'll like have like this same music that plays, so you kind of get used to that. It's a little corny. But like I said, I'm kind of invested now, so I'll go through to the end, at least on the first season. But La Venganza de Analia, or Her Mother's Killer, for anyone who wants to
And how long is
dip
each
their
episode?
toe. Yeah, no, like a normal like hour-long TV show in like America's like 45 minutes.
40, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
My wife and I are
watching-
gonna have a lot of random stuff to watch here in a little bit, so
Yeah. Yep. Lock in.
Add that to the list. I feel like a telenovela is going to ruin regular TV for me because like dramatic moments now in real shows, I'll be like, well, you guys really undersold that. Where was the
come on,
score?
play it up a little bit.
Exactly. Is there a lot of like
Yeah.
dramatic turning to the camera?
No, not so much. Yeah, there's not a lot of that, but like yeah, the music and the score plays into it a lot. And it's
So
kind
you're
of funny
watching
to pick up.
the subbed version, then I'm guessing, since you're trying to learn some Spanish.
Yeah, so yeah, Spanish audio, English subtitles. So yeah, kind of like trying to like piece it together, and like I'll hear words I know and then like look at the subtitles and kind of like piece it together and be like, oh, that means that. But it is kind of interesting and weird because it is Colombian Spanish, which is probably different than what I hear a lot of being in Texas, which is Mexican Spanish. So there are some words that are kind of weird. I'm like, I know that word is something different, but they said this. I'm like, nah. But
I feel like Colombian Spanish is like a little spicier, if you know what I'm saying.
maybe a little
Or
spicier,
jalapenos on that.
They actually, it's funny enough, not to give on tangent. They don't like spicy food down there,
No, hey.
Really?
They use it
At
on their
all.
language. That's why they don't like it on their food.
but they have spicy women, the home of Shakira and Sofia Vergara. So,
That's right.
Half Lebanese, first of all, for both of those ladies.
of course, you're gonna yes, okay.
I'm just saying that's true though. They're not Colombian.
I know
they're
it's true.
Half Colombian.
Well, you
half
got to talk to
Lebanese.
Sofia Vergara because she is not proud of her Lebanese heritage. I've never seen her rep it at all.
Because people judge her like you.
That's true.
You don't like Lebanese women. Everyone knows that.
Well said. Everyone knows that.
Everyone.
All right.
Especially your
Cycling,
wife.
Right. What else have you seen? People at home were like, is his wife from Lebanon? Is that what that joke means?
Yeah, it is. So have you guys watched Widow's Bay?
Haven't finished it.
Haven't
And
finished
it's
it.
just one of
I just
those
wanted
that
to be
it kind
careful.
of, it kind of fell off. We're probably, I think, over halfway through. I do really like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
I
haven't.
just want to make sure I
gotten
don't say
back to it.
anything. That's why I was on it.
Yeah.
I asked that first. So
Yeah.
you said you're about halfway. Jeff, have you watched it?
Yeah, probably.
I have not.
It is on Apple.
Oh, yeah.
TV,
This is
I
the Matthew
believe.
Reese show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we did finish this. So okay, I'll be quick on this one because I don't want to spoil it. Especially Jeff, I think it'd be fun for you guys to watch. Nathan, especially if you do end up finishing it. Horror comedy-esque. The comedy is very subtle. It's very like under the radar. You kind of have to know the characters and know their personas and kind of like take their humor. Like you have to realize it. Like the first episode, I feel like you don't really realize the jokes half the time, and then like as you get to know the characters, you really you kind of find it funnier as it goes on. Overall, like people were raving about the show. I really did enjoy it. It was fun for us to watch and kill time. I think my overall assessment, again, without wanting to give too much, is the show tried to be a lot of things. And when I say horror comedy, that's not what I mean. I'm like a lot of what they develop into and the mythology of like the island and what they're going through. It's like they should have picked a lane. They tried to pick like 3 or 4 lanes to kind of like look how haunted our island is. And it's just like, yeah, you're spreading yourself out a little bit on the lore. Like, focus a little bit on. And there was one specific storyline they
Do
could have
one
done.
thing well.
Do one thing really well. Yeah, like it was like an Olive Garden, like where it's like, dude, I fucking, I'll slap. I like Olive Garden. It's fine. Like, that's what it was. It was just like I didn't come out of that show being like, that's one of the greatest things I've watched. It tried really hard. Another Matthew Rhys show, I think he was in it, was Midnight Mass, where it was. I don't know if you guys ever watched that on Netflix, but I loved Midnight Mass, and it was very much like the secluded society island that had its own dealings in the modern times, but like had issues from hundreds of years ago, or some sort of mythology or something, other things are happening. Midnight Mass was superior. Like those are the only two shows that I feel like are very similar, and Midnight Mass was definitely the better one in this. I just think if you end up watching it, you kind of probably agree. It's like, which I don't understand why certain things happen, but some characters were fantastic. Overall, I thought the performances were great. The writing was great. So again, I like subtle, dark comedy, and this really had that. The horror was done well. It was just that they needed to, again, pick a lane, like I said. So I would recommend this, though. Like, again, if you don't need a show to be an Emmy winner or Oscar, whatever, like this is definitely a show that you can watch with your significant other over a period of a couple weeks or a week or whatever. And, it's like 10 episodes, 30, 35 minutes each episode. And it's fun enough to watch.
Does it end on a cliffhanger, or does it wrap things up at least enough for you to feel satisfied?
I think it was very much one of those typical streaming, like where they had an ending, but like if Apple brings it back, they gave you a reason why. Like, which I think a lot of shows do nowadays when they pitch it to their production company. It's like they want to see an option to come back, and there definitely is. But if it never came back, you'd be like kind of satisfied with the ending, but the end alludes to more. And I think it did get renewed. It's gotten the critical reception has been pretty fantastic for it. So much so that I was like, man, why am I the only person who hasn't been completely wowed by this?
Well, you need to take a deeper look inside yourself, I guess.
I think so. I'm okay with people almost committing school shootings. So, like, clearly I'm the problem.
Like you told me when I said my house was in a water force field, look inward.
That's true. I should. Yes. It does have like a 98%, it looks like, and
98%
on Rotten Tomatoes, on 102 reviews, average rating of 8.6 out of 10. Like, people love it. I talked to
Wait, is that the tomato meter or the audience meter?
Let's see. The first season holds an approval of 98%. I don't know. Reviews, so I'm assuming that's critic.
Tomato.
Yeah, okay. You really do need to ask what's wrong with yourself.
But people loved it. Like, I'm just saying, I think it was definitely good enough to watch, is all I say. But like, could have been a little better.
I can do 35-minute
high standards.
You know me.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'll finish it at some point. I love Stephen Root.
Oh, he's in it? He pops up in like everything.
Yeah.
That guy's agent he hustles.
He's good. Jeff, what you got?
I guess I'm up. Oh, I just watched The Last House on Netflix.
Last House. Yeah, I don't know.
Haven't you guys seen the trailer? Okay. I texted Cycly about this.
Yes. I watched I watched that trailer because of you, and I'm very intrigued, but I haven't watched it, so if you want to talk about it, I can put my headphones down.
I mean, I
do.
A
horror film? Horror?
I mean,
show?
I guess. The only thing scary about it is how fucking stupid it is.
Okay.
It was
I have heard people did not like it.
Oh god, dude! Like, what the fuck? We're just gonna greenlight any script now. This is, I don't know. I want to rant about it, but like, I saw it today. I finished it today, and it's so dumb.
Okay.
And it takes a lot for me to say that. So it's spoilers for The Last House, but honestly, don't watch it.
Go for it. Yeah, I'm not going to watch it.
So the premise in the trailer, and obviously there has to be some sci-fi like element to it, is Greta Lee, who we all love from Tron Ares and Past Lives, and her family wake up one day and they cannot get out of their house. every door will not open. They can't open windows, and they cannot crack the windows or like break the walls. Something weird is going on. They notice after a little while, like looking through their windows and communicating with neighbors, that their whole neighborhood is in this same situation. And really, that's all the trailer gives you. Like, that's kind of the jumping off point. And I was intrigued enough by that and the possibilities, even though you're probably assuming it has to be sci-fi, that I said, all right, I'll give this thing a poke. It's an hour 52 minutes long, and the big spoilers here is that it's basically a worse version of The Happening.
Oh, jeez, that's really low bar. That's
and
like,
that is, I know.
God,
I
you're
know.
worse than The Happening. Is
How
an
bad?
insult.
How bad is it when you say The Happening did it better?
God.
I put in my letterbox review, The Happening walked so this piece of shit could crawl. What happens to them is these squid-like like Poseidon creatures are water wizard mages, and they use water force fields to trap all these families in their houses until they all starve to death. In the last 10 minutes, the family who has been surviving for like 5 months in this house lures one of the squid people into the house. And instead of killing it, the dad decides to spare its life. And so all the squid wizards say, okay, we'll end this curse on humanity that we're doing. You guys can go free because you didn't kill us.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I feel like The
it's
Happening,
lovely.
where it's like that sounds like there could be something cool in there before,
I guess.
right?
It's
Like the concept could be cool.
It's like the ocean coming back to like get revenge on humans for climate change, and then it just so fucking stupid. And Greta Lee, man, I used to think she was a good actress, but like you're not good enough to be mailing it in like Jennifer Lawrence did in the X-Men movies, and that's what she did here. Like you don't have the street cred to not run out a ground ball. You got to be hustling every time. You're Greta Lee, and her performance in this was just like so mailed in that I was in shock. I thought she had a little more self-respect. I don't know, it was really fucking bad.
That's disappointing.
Not like,
I won't see it.
Yeah,
but
don't see it.
not fun bad is what you're saying.
No, just like I just don't know what the pitch was to Netflix. Like, what about this? They were like, oh, that's interesting, because the whole concept they don't even explain. Like, it's just squid magic, I guess. And I'm not saying I need the scene where the scientist in the lab coat comes in and he's like, "This is what's happening to us."
Okay,
Like
Mr. Scientist.
Yeah, and it just
But you
beat
need
you over the
something.
beat over the head exposition. But I need more than that. And they being the squid wizards, call off this 5-year-long imprisonment of mankind because the one dude decided not to stab the squid guy in the throat.
That one act of mercy did it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, literally. Because then the family
Kindness.
gets let out of their house. They go outside. All the squids come up like they're going to, rape and murder them. And the main squid guy says in squid language, and he calls off the squid attack, and it's over.
That's really cool that you learned squid, though. Like
I had the squid subtitles on.
You've learned more of
Yeah.
squid than Nate has learned of Spanish in that telenovela.
That's true.
So.
Well, like
Yeah.
Nate said, I live in Texas. They speak Texas squid. It's a little bit different from this is northwestern squid in the movie. It's a different dialect. It's a different bark dialect. Yeah,
It's tough to pick up on.
yeah, definitely. They don't like each other. These squids though do like spicy food, so that's one difference from the
There
Colombians.
you go. They're not Colombian.
Yeah. The Last House. I hope it's the last fucking movie any of these creative people make. Nate, you got anything else?
It has what's his name? Wagner Moura
Gabriel
from
Moura?
Narcos.
Yeah, he has some decent moments.
I
But
mean, he
again-
gets stuck in this. I just liked him in Narcos.
No, I mean his character is like the guy. Like he's in probably 90% of the scenes and everything's on him. And he definitely wasn't like my biggest issue with this thing at all.
Yeah. That was
Just
the only
turd.
face I really recognized. So.
I'm nominating this for worst movie right now on the Oscar list.
Wow.
Okay, well now I might watch it just so I can
Yeah, now I need to know.
have some context.
Yeah, do the double feature with this and the other nomination, Mortal Kombat 2. Be a fun one.
Anyway, no. For me, yeah, that's about it. It's been pretty light.
Cycly, how about you? What else you got?
Yeah, 2 episodes in. There's only been 2 episodes so far, but season 4 of Ted Lasso. Don't know if you guys have watched either episode yet. But what I'll say, episode 1 of season 4 was definitely like a filler episode. It felt like just a setup episode, kind of going back.
How was the first episode like that? I don't get it.
Yeah, no, it's kind of weird. You don't understand that. Like usually the last episode's a setup episode, but
Yeah.
it was like, the first episode didn't have much, right? It was just like it was just Keely and Ted and like the same characters we've seen, but like in a very different space in Kansas. But we both came out of it like, yeah, it was fine. It didn't do anything for us of like anything special. But we watched the second episode last night, and when Ted goes back to Richmond and he's back in the locker room and he's meeting the women's team now that he's going to coach, and he sees Roy and some of the older players and all these kind of things. And guys, like the second episode was very much real Ted, like season 1 Ted Lasso.
Oh, wow.
The episode 2 was so good. Getting to meet the women players, like, because that was like why I wanted to withhold judgment on episode 1. I was like, the show is always definitely about Ted and Beard and all the other characters, but like so much of what made Ted Lasso great was also like Jamie Tartt, Roy Kent, and all the players that we got to know, and Sam Obisanya, and like all these kind of things, the character development that became that. Already the cast of the soccer team, the women's soccer team, I can't wait to learn more about them. And they were so fantastic. That the episode had so much heart already in the way Ted Lasso can do that. It had the humor that was like not repetitive humor. It was just classic Ted Lasso where my wife and I were just cracking up. Like it was just like, this feels like Ted Lasso felt in the first season. It was just happy. It was cool to have him back. It was cool to see certain things and things changed, right? Like it kind of felt very symbolic on life. Like he's in the same place, but it's different. And not everything is as familiar as you want it to be, and I'm really made me more confident for the season. Beard's character is fucking hilarious in this episode, but I was a little nervous about what season 4 was going to look like. I was like, why are they even bringing it back? But episode 2, if that's how the season's going to be, I'm really excited for what's coming.
Nice. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm not fully caught up, so still got some episodes to knock out, and then we'll jump into season 4.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the other end of the spectrum. I'm very nervous to watch this. I feel like season 3 concluded the series and ended all the characters' arcs in a way that I was so satisfied with that I'm almost nervous of like getting the band back together. We all know why they do it, and I'm not going to complain because like that's why these things exist, is to make money. But man, it's going to be hard for me to end up getting a more satisfying ending through season 4 or any additional seasons than I did from season 3. So I'm kind of debating, like, do I just end on this high note, great feeling that I have of Ted Lasso, or do I double down and see if they can do it again for a 4th season?
As I've gotten older, my part of me is like, hey, even if season 4 sucked, it doesn't take away my enjoyment of what season 1, 2, and 3 were. Like I feel like that would like Simpsons or Futurama, like are certain shows that continue on for way too long. I'm like, does that really take away from like does all the new Star Wars shit take away my love of like the originality of what Star Wars used to mean for me? And if more content is great, like sometimes like that's great, but it doesn't take away. So I've gotten to a point where I'm like, I'm gonna give season 4 a chance. And what I like about it is the fact that like, yeah, again, the stories of people. And that's why with the new, I like what they're doing, at least with season 4 or the new, like the women's team is going to be the focus. So it's just a new full cast. And so it's kind of just like giving just new stories for human beings, right? Like, and yeah, it's still Ted Lasso, it's still Rebecca Welton and Keely and Coach Beard, but like it's everyone else around them that makes it to me. So like I'm more than happy to give it a chance. And if it ends up sucking, like I'm still always going to love Ted Lasso. It's just, it'll be a season I just don't talk about in the future. like season 10 through 35 of Simpsons don't exist to me.
Wow.
That's a lot of seasons of a show to say.
I know.
That is a
I know.
lot of
Isn't that
seasons.
funny? Like
25
The
years of
Simpsons
this.
said. I love The
Um,
Simpsons, and I'm like, but it's only like there's like that means like literally 75% of the show I've never watched.
has Jamie Tart showed up yet? Is he in it?
No, they just allude to like things that have happened, and I can spoil it. He was sold to Barcelona. Um, but
Oh,
it's just kind of cool they do it, and I think that was a kind of the point. Like, I don't want to beat this over the head, but like with them doing a women's show, everyone's like, "Well, where's the men? Where's the men?" And that's kind of the point. It's kind of like, this is the women's story to tell, and they kind of alluded that. Like, he goes to a press conference, and they're all asking Ted about the men, and he's like, "Guys, I'm here to talk about the women." And I kind of felt like that was really symbolic of this season, where like the season isn't about the old players and the old cast, and it's like it's about moving forward with a new story. So like, yeah, they do allude to where certain people are now.
okay. Well, I'll let you watch it on my behalf, and if it's good, then I'll let you take all the risk, and then I will just take all the reward.
I will tell you, there's a scene with
There
Roy
you
and,
go.
and Keely in the locker room where you and your wife would
Whoa.
just be like, "Oh man, it was such a good scene."
My wife's a big Keeley fan.
Yeah, she's this is like Keely time. Like, she's almost the main character in this
That's cool.
because she's so behind. She's basically leading the women's team. Like, it's her charge.
Nice. Is Rebecca in it much? I know you
Yeah,
said she
yeah,
was in
she's
it, but
just
like,
as
is
much
she
in
like
it.
a...
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
she's
cool.
like she's still the owner. But it's Keely's initiative to like push the women's team and the drama, the dilemma. Like, I can just give you this like final thing. The dilemma of the show is going to be that the women's teams, especially in England, are not doing well. Like, they are financially a disaster. There are women's teams folding all over England. They are a detriment to the men's teams, um, and it's a big problem. And like Rebecca Welton's like character, as the owner, wants to support this, but also from a business standpoint is really nervous about it. And Keely has like rose-colored glasses and excited about supporting women and doing this. And but this like the dilemma of like the true women's league is just not financially well.
Interesting. All right.
Hmm.
It's kind of a departure from the last season. Again, let me know in like a
Yeah,
couple weeks.
I'll keep you
Is it
updated.
week to week they drop it? I don't know how
Yes, yeah.
Apple.
So yeah, we're only 2 weeks in. So
Cool. It's early. All right. The only other thing I had, I'm going to say for a future episode, because I want to talk about it with Brian Banner.
Ooh.
So
All
just
right.
a little tease. All right.
Nice.
That brings us to the last part of our show. Our Do You Even Lift Bruh segment, which is our question and answer portion. And the question today is, what are the bros' top 100 movies of all time? Well, let's continue the countdown, which we've been doing for a few years. If you click the link in the description of this podcast episode or go to our website, broforcesquad.com, at the top of the page, you will see the link to the current running countdown of all of the bros' top 100 films of all time. Serious shit. Now, tonight, we're going to have Nate Thurman give us his 20th, 19th, and then probably 18th. Nate, I'll leave that up to you. Before we have him take it away, Cycly, how would you describe these top 100 lists? Because we have, I guess you could say, unique taste on this podcast, although there are a few classy movies on here, mainly from Nate Thurman digging into the Turner Classic Movies vault. But then Brian Banner has, things like Deep Blue Sea. So how would you describe these lists?
That's a whole nother thing.
yeah,
The Great
Banner really should
Dictator
be in this
and-
category of his own. Yeah, this is truly a top 100 of your favorite movies, and when we say that, we don't mean the greatest movies of all time in your opinion. That doesn't mean like what you think deserve more Oscars. It's really movies that stood out to you, that meant something to you, that maybe it's a rewatchability thing, maybe it's something that makes you happy when you're sad. Maybe it's the movie you go to traditionally with your family every Christmas or every summer. It's whatever you want it to be, but it's a fun activity to do that we all say like, think back at all the movies you've ever seen since you were a kid and how they impacted you, and to rank them in that way and not necessarily in the way that, IMDb's top 250 are, and maybe some of those are on there and that's great. But like, this is for you and exclusively for you, and there's no judgment except for Brian.
Well said. Yeah, Brian's the only one that has to actually rationalize his picks. All right, Nate, your number 21st movie, reminding us all to blot that shit, was American Gangster.
Ooh, wow, nice.
Which I'm gonna be honest, that was a movie like I totally forgot. But when that came out, I think we were in college, right? We were like obsessed with that movie.
Yeah, I still am.
That was like our boiler room. Cycly, yours was The Dark Knight. Heard of it? Great pick. And mine was Superbad, reminding us that people don't forget. So Thurman, what is your number 20, which will meet Cycly's number 20 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and my pick of Jerry Maguire. And Banner has John Wick at number 20.
Wow, John Wick.
Yeah.
Number 20 for me, and I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like this one has become kind of more popular over time. And maybe when it first came out, it was big, and I just wasn't as aware. But 2004, Brad Pitt, epic, Troy.
Nice.
Yeah. Wow. Cycle's on mute. I don't know what's going on.
I just gave the most audible wow.
What type of wow is that?
Yeah, I don't get it.
A surprising wow. I'll also say that.
Really?
I'm not saying I don't like this movie. I'm just like, I didn't expect that to come from you at that moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's very
It's a sexy
right
movie.
now.
It is. What'd you say? It's in vogue.
Yeah.
The Odyssey coming out right now. Everyone's revisiting this film right now. So it's like,
it is kismet that we're doing this right now. Obviously did not plan this, set this list a long time ago. But yeah, Troy, like, yeah, this is one of those that like I remember watching. So this came out when I was I can't do math right now, 16, 17
probably. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think I saw it until maybe a couple years later. But I remember this is one that I still remember, and it's probably at my mom's house somewhere. I had this on VHS. I like bought this,
sick.
Loved it so much at the time, got it on VHS. Like the action sequences and like one of the first scene or one of the first scenes, when they like introduce Achilles, and he comes out and all of his power, and it's like a David and Goliath moment. And the way that Achilles comes out, they're basically doing mano a mano. He comes out against this giant. Brad Pitt comes out, obviously a very good in shape guy, but just comes out and one fail swoop of his sword kills the guy, walks off. It's basically like a Steph Curry. I'm gonna shoot it, turn around, I know what's going in.
Right. My muscle
and I kind
memory
of just thought of
tells
that
me
in the moment. But yeah, he jumps up. It's kind of a badass move, just straight through the trap. Kills like this beastly guy, and he's just walking off, and he collapses to the ground. It's just a really, I mean, that in itself is like a very captivating, powerful scene to kind of set the tone of who Achilles was. But then the whole story is great. I've never read the Iliad. I actually downloaded the Odyssey recently to try and go through it. The way it's written, oh God, it's just a beating.
Yeah.
Did you okay, have you, sorry, I know this is a huge.
No, go for it.
Have you, the newest Odyssey translation that came out a few years ago,
I'll have to look it up.
You might want to check that one out really quickly. I know this is digression here,
but
like it supposedly is one of the best translations because it's not a direct word for word translation. It's a translation that's supposed to represent the actual tone and conversation. And it's supposedly really easy to read. And it's supposedly it's like I knew someone who like read it in like 3 days. Like it was that it just simplified it.
Yeah.
So just I'll send you a link to it. But like it came out a few years ago. It was like
is it like a physical copy of it?
Yeah. It's like it was the first female, I guess, to translate the
you can probably get it like on the Kindle or something.
Oh, so it's not being mansplained to me. That's good.
No, exactly. It's women-splained. Sorry, I know.
Okay.
Go back to the film.
Send me the link.
No, but like that time when I watched it, it was like one of the first like big like I'm trying to think because Gladiator came out 3 years earlier than that. I don't know if I'd seen Gladiator at that time because I didn't see that one right away either. So like this was one of those first big like epic, ancient war movies set back in that time, and it really stuck with me. I still love it. It'll pop up every once in a while. I'll turn it on and watch it.
Well, and then what
But
was the one Colin Farrell was in? Was that Alexander?
yeah, I've never seen it.
There was like a big
But yeah, I think
sword
that's
and
what it's called.
sandals revival around that time.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, really, really, really great performances, really great battle scenes. Like I said, the first one that happened, Eric Bana, Orlando Bloom, and Brad Pitt outside like the big towering walls of Troy, um, where a brother is protecting another brother. Um, that's another really great battle scene there. But yeah, this one's really stuck with me for a long time, and yeah, it's awesome. If you haven't seen it or haven't seen it in a while, go revisit it. It's a fun watch, even if you don't get as enthralled as I do. I think it's still entertaining at base value.
Yeah, absolutely. Nate, since you have the VHS, you should go back and check it because I think they've removed this digitally. But isn't there a scene in this where you can see like a plane flying above Brad Pitt's character Troy, like in the background?
Oh wow, that's something I didn't know. That's some
Yeah,
insider behind the
it's
scenes
like
thing.
one
Yeah.
of the like famous movie mistakes, like how in
Oh dang.
Fellowship of the Ring, if you get like an OG version, there's like a car that drives by behind.
Damn. Now I have to go watch that one.
I'll see if I can find the screenshot of it.
Yeah, I need to go find that.
All right, Nate, your number 19 movie of all time, which will be joining the likes of Pan's Labyrinth for Cycley, Up from Brian Banner, and then the original Saw for me at number 19. What is your film at that spot on your list?
Number 19 for me is Lone Survivor with Mark
Nice.
Wahlberg.
Great
Yeah,
cast in this.
really great cast in this, and I, I don't want to say I feel like this gets lost in the shuffle, um, but you don't hear many people talk about it. But I just love a true story war film, um, and I like this one too because I mean you always have like your Saving Private Ryan's, your Black Hawk Downs, whatever your Dunkirks, and all that kind of stuff. There's like a intimacy to this one that is really appealing. It's a small group of guys that are doing one specific thing. Um, and I think, especially the first half of the movie, that really plays into the way it's shot, the way the audio is used in this as well. The way they're in the jungle. There's a lot of tense scenes where there's not a lot of noise going on, and I think it really kind of draws you into it and draws you into the tenseness of these guys were actually in. Um, and I think that's one of the bigger things that really drew me into it and makes me love this film is like the way it was shot and like the juxtaposition whenever like there's a firefight, but then it's like silent and then it gets loud again. It's it's like a weird thing that kind of like draws you in and out of it. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, I love the true story aspect of it. Um, and then really anything with Ben Foster in it, I'm gonna love.
I was gonna say
He is
you're a
a
big Ben Foster
weird.
head.
He's a weird, fun actor. Um, I, I don't want to spoil anything, but there might be a Ben Foster movie
Oh, I know what
higher
it
up in
is.
my higher up in my
I
top
wouldn't be shocked
100.
if that's your number one, I'll be honest.
But yeah, this is yeah, it's one that like literally gets you like on the edge of your seat and like you're tensed up and you have to like feel yourself like relax.
Yeah.
But that's a testament to like how the movie was done, how it was shot. Um, and really Eric Bana, it's actually kind of funny. Eric Bana is in this one too. So back to back Eric Bana movies.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The
I know it's really
over
funny
under
how
on
like these
that in
things
Vegas.
line up and you find the connections. Like, am I even that big of an Eric Bana fan? Not really.
No.
It'd be a weird thing to tell people.
He's number.
I'm a big Eric Bana guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Even Eric Bana's like,
But
really?
He's in number 20 and 19 for my all-time movies, and that's another fun thing of this exercise. You go through these and like find these weird connections. You're like, oh shit, did not realize that.
Like Eric Bana sitting at home spitting out his beer. Like, what?
Yeah, and like even like some of these, like what's the one with Chris Pratt, Sniper? No, sorry, not Chris Pratt. American Sniper with Bradley Cooper. Like I feel like some of the war movies, they get like kind of stigmas tied to them because they're military, they're war films and all that kind of stuff. But I think this is one of those really good, compelling story of like survival, hence the name. And even in and of that, like the way it's shot is really, really well done. So even if you're not a big like war movie person, I'd say give this one a shot. It's really good.
Peter Berg and Wahlberg have done so many movies together. It's insane. Like I was going down Peter Berg's filmography, and it's like every film is Mark Wahlberg almost.
Those director-actor connections.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And you know what? I'll leave the audience with that, and we'll leave 18 for the next one.
Okay. Perfect. Nice little tease.
Yeah, a little tease.
End on Lone Survivor. All right.
I feel like that name, that title's a spoiler, though. I'm like, well, I don't want you to watch it. I know there's only going to be one.
It is a little bit.
Which one is it, though? It's probably Emil Hirsch.
It's definitely not the main title character.
It's Turtle from Entourage. Survives.
Bingo. He actually doesn't even see any battle time, so.
He still probably died. Yeah, he still like choked on his coffee.
Still probably died.
All right, before we let the people go for episode 272, Cycly, any closing thoughts or words of wisdom for our listeners?
Nope, nothing. Fuck them.
Nice. Fuck them is kind of advice. It's like, well, maybe not advice, but it's definitely a message. I'm sure that will be great for viewership.
No, don't base your life off me. Be yourself. Be an independent, strong person. We give you honesty here on the Bro Force Squad.
They respect being talked to like that. It's like in Ted when he keeps getting promoted for talking shit to the. You got a lot of problems, don't you? Nate, what is your advice, or I guess just closing message to our listeners?
Yeah, I'll give some advice. So, for anyone who wears glasses out there, most glasses now these days, I have mine right over here. I have like some type of like reflective or anti-glare or some type of coating on there. Mm-hmm. Now, with these glasses I got about 2 years ago, I've been very careful. I only wipe them down with a glasses cloth. My old ones, I like just pick up my shirt, whatever. But I noticed it like chipped away on like the lens coating that's on there. So if you're a glasses wearer, stick to the. Maybe it was just my own fault. I was not too careful with them. Stick with the glasses cleaners. It seems like a gimmick. It seems cliche, but like I think it does help prevent like scratching them and chipping away at any like lens protection that's on there. So these have been great for a couple of years. There's no chips or anything. So just my 2 cents, my piece of advice there.
I really thought you were going to say don't plan a school shooting, but that's good advice too.
That's for the next episode. Yeah.
See, you're saving it.
My advice is if you have glasses, just wipe them with whatever the fuck you want.
That's a great idea.
God damn it, Jeff.
Tin foil, like a dead bird carcass that's near you. It's all
on your arm.
Like a Brillo pad, whatever. A random animal you see outside.
Yeah, it doesn't. With coarse fur, it doesn't really matter. It's gonna get the job done. It's actually funny you bring that up. I got new glasses like probably a month ago, and they just got geek, and they just got a small scratch on them, and it's driving me fucking crazy until I get them replaced. It's like, damn. I need them to see, but it's like having like a part of your eyeball that's like being blocked. It's annoying. So that's rough.
That is rough. I feel your pain.
Thank you. All right. Thank you guys for checking out the Bro Force Squad podcast. You can find us on all the socials at Bro Force Squad. We're on Letterboxd, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube if you type in Bro Force Squad as 3 separate words. And check out our new but very simple website, broforcesquad.com, for all our links and our top 100 list and everything we've ever posted. Till next time, what's the worst thing you guys have done? You know?